Are you a fan of towering skyscrapers and innovative architecture? Have you ever wondered what the world would look like if some of the most audacious and ambitious skyscraper designs had actually been built? From towers that would have dwarfed the Burj Khalifa to pyramids that could have housed an entire city, we'll take a journey through the most amazing skyscraper designs that never saw the light of day. That's right, some incredible, awe-inspiring buildings were dreamt up by architects, designers, and visionaries, but for various reasons, they were never built. So let's explore the history and stories behind these skyscrapers that never existed and discover what could have been if they had been built. Whether you're an architect enthusiast, a history buff, or simply fascinated by the idea of buildings that reach for the sky, you're in for a treat. Let's get started. Totland's Tower. The first on my list is Totland's Tower. This tower is a spiral-shaped tower that was supposed to be 1,300 feet tall, which is taller than the Eiffel Tower and houses the daily political administration of the Russian government. The designer of this project is Vladimir Totland, who was a socialist constructivist and designed this tower in 1919. This was after the First World War, and during this, there was a Russian Revolution. And what influenced his design was the art movement of constructivism, which emphasized the use of industrial materials and functional design. This discovery is amazing because the architectural design and creativity put into this tower inspires architects all over the world to date, as its building material capitalizes on mostly iron and steel, and the interior design that I'll reveal to you in a hot second. In Totland's design, there are 4 geometrical structures inside that were for public and official business. These 4 geometric features include: the cube at the bottom houses the legislative branch. The pyramid on top of the cube houses the executive. On the pyramid, there's a pyramid to house the state-run press. And finally, at the apex of the building, we have the sphere for state communication and telegraph. And to top it up, these geometric structures rotate to symbolize the dynamic and revolutionary spirit of the new era in Russia. I know you're wondering how people will work in a building that rotates, like they won't feel dizzy at some point. Well, no. Each geometrical feature has a special rotation technique. It takes a year for the cube structure in the tower to rotate, and at the apex of the tower, it takes only 1 day to rotate. However, this architectural intelligence did not become a reality because it was not the time for the building due to its technical and complex structure. Just like how architecture advanced form, it's from one stage to another due to urbanization and technology. Totland's Tower didn't have advanced technical resources at its disposal at that time. Also, even though the building symbolizes growth and development that would benefit the Russian economy, as it will attract tourists from all over the world, the public saw the tower as a symbol of extravagance and excess, and there was little support for the project beyond the artistic and architectural community. Also, during this period, there was the political turmoil that hindered the construction progress of the tower, as the government focused on more immediate priorities than building an ambitious and expensive monument. In the end, Totland's Tower remained a visionary design that was never realized. Despite this, the tower has had a profound influence on modern architecture and design, and it continues to be celebrated as a symbol of the revolutionary spirit of its time. Chicago Spire. Now, the next skyscraper that was least opposed and gave high hopes of coming to reality after investing millions of dollars in construction ended up being a hole of nothingness, more like a black hole in space, is the Chicago Spire. Chicago Spire was a spiral-like architectural structure that was going to be the tallest skyscraper, not just in Chicago and America, but the world. Also, at that time, the Burj Khalifa in Dubai was under construction to beat the record for the tallest building in the world. The Chicago Spire was designed by Spanish architect Santiago Calatrava, who was known for his innovative and futuristic designs like Turning Torso, Oculus at World Trade Center, and so on. This building was proposed to be a residential tower with its unique design, twisting as it rose to the sky, giving it an organic, almost plant-like appearance. In 2005, a development organization, Fordham Company, proposed to build a skyscraper with 116 floors and a broadcast antenna on the top, and in 2006, Chicago Plan Commission approved this building plan. However, in 2006, Fordham Company didn't have enough financial capacity to continue the construction plan. Therefore, they sold their enterprise to the Shelbourne Development Company. Now, Shelbourne Development Company eliminated the radio tower and increased the floor number from 116 to 150 floors at the height of 2,000 feet tall. Construction was proposed to start in 2007 and will open for residents in 2012. But with great visionary design comes greater financial responsibilities. In mid-2008, there was a subprime mortgage crisis that sent America into recession. Therefore, construction of the Chicago Spire slowed down. This was not the only factor that led to the halt of this spiral structure. The architect of the Chicago Spire claimed that Shelbourne owned his money for his architectural design. And also, another architectural company that designed the remaining building filed a complaint that Shelbourne owned them too. It wasn't just debts that killed the dreams and hopes of constructing this building. Before the building construction started, 30% of the residential area was sold out. And thus, these buyers started asking for refunds as they were not confident with the development progress of the building. And it doesn't end here. Cooperation that they loaned from to continue construction and the apartment where the company resided to plan on the progress of the spiral building filled lawsuits with billions of dollars against Shelbourne, which made them bankrupted in no time, and the related Midwest, who they partnered with to offset their loans, seized ownership of the property from Shelbourne. Over the years, there have been proposed construction on the site, but all efforts to build a structure remained futile. Although the Chicago Spire was never built, it remains a popular topic of discussion among architects and skyscraper enthusiasts. The design of the tower was groundbreaking and would have set a new standard in architectural design, and it is a shame that it was not able to come to fruition. Exceed 4,000. Now the third tallest skyscraper that never came into existence on my list will keep you in awe. And Mount Fuji, a mountain in Japan, inspires the structure of this skyscraper. Can you guess what building I'm about to call next? Yes? Any guess? Yes, it's the Exceed 4000. From the name, you'd know that this building is 4,000 feet tall. So if you're asked in an exam the height of the Exceed 4000, you already know the answer. You can thank me later. Exceed 4000 was designed by the Taisei Corporation in 1995 and was intended to be built in Tokyo Bay, Japan. And if built, Exceed 4000 would have been over 4 times the height of the current tallest building in the world, the Burj Khalifa in Dubai. Dubai really posed a threat to the world by erecting Burj Khalifa, do you think? This building was intended to solve the problem of housing in Japan at that time. Further, if the building existed, it would have shopping malls, offices, recreation, and residential areas, more like a mini city. And people won't have to leave the building as everything they need is within the building. So what do you think made the building not come to reality? Firstly, it was estimated that if you build such a structure, it would cost $1.7 trillion, which is more than the city's GDP and enormous to achieve. Well, at least they didn't take loans and get carelessly indebted like Shelbourne Company. Secondly, the economic turmoil Japan experienced in the 1900s didn't allow the construction of this structure to commence. Therefore, the building remained on paper and never left. But despite these shortcomings, the ideas and technology of this building inspire innovators, engineers, and architects to exceed the normal expectations in the building and construction industry and aim for greater heights. Sky Mile Tower. It seems Japan isn't backing down on erecting the tallest building in the world. Make them as ambitious as a beaver and beating Dubai's long-withheld record of the tallest building in the world as they proposed the Sky Mile Tower, which is 5,577 feet tall. half the height of Mount Fuji and twice the height of Burj Khalifa. Sky Mile Tower is the last skyscraper that never existed I mentioned earlier in height. Remember Exceed 4000? That's it. The Sky Mile Tower is part of a larger development plan called Next Tokyo 2045, which aims to make Tokyo more resilient to natural disasters, address issues of overpopulation, and promote sustainable urban growth. Also, the tower would provide space for up to 55,000 people, as well as commercial, residential, and cultural spaces. Despite this magnificent idea and purpose, the factor that makes this building still prone to never existing is the cost of production and extreme weather conditions like intense earthquakes, typhoons, and storm surges. I don't think you'll be alive to see the erection of this building, which is the last on my list of skyscrapers that never existed. Shimizu Megacity Pyramid. The last skyscraper on my list is the Shimizu Megacity Pyramid in Tokyo Bay, Japan, which proposed to bring the reign of pyramids as the tallest building in the world, dwarfing all modern skyscrapers that bullied the Pyramid of Giza with height. But fear not, O mighty Burj Khalifa, because this building will never exist, and even if it will exist, it will be in the next 100 years, so will you be alive by then to witness this monument? The design of this pyramid structure was proposed by Japanese construction firm Shimizu Corporation in 2004, and it would have been 12 times the size of the Great Pyramid of Giza. Just like Exceed 4000 and Sky Mile Tower, this building is proposed to solve the overpopulation in Tokyo by providing multi-purpose services. Thus, you don't have to leave the building because everything you need is available above and below you. The movie Blade Runner 1982 inspired the ideation of this building because the movie is set in a futuristic Los Angeles, where Tyrell Corporation headquarters is a massive pyramid-shaped skyscraper towering over the city. Though this is a brilliant idea, it would not exist anytime sooner or later because of the cost of production, and the material for building this pyramid structure is not available on Earth, therefore making the probability of this building coming to life 0. And that is all for the 5 skyscrapers that never existed. Hope you enjoyed the video and would love to see more videos like these. Be sure to drop your comments on the skyscraper you wish existed. And please like and subscribe to our channel to know about more hidden mysteries of architectural buildings.